What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fox back in the house, and you know what time it is. I'm doing my review for Rising of the Shield Hero episode 3. Now, last review, if you watched it, you saw my little skit of Raphtalia. She must be protected at all times, and I'm here to say, baby done got grown. Nah.
べっぴんさんになったじゃねえか。
But yeah, she done grown like exponentially. It's not even. It's a clear difference. It is a night and a day. It's like you were small and like looking like 11. Now you look like she could be at least about 17, 18 years old. I ain't got no problem with it. I just wasn't expecting such a clear-cut difference like that. You feel me? But you know, jumping straight into this episode, we see Raphtalia in some tall grass chasing something, and we see Naofumi cleaning some wounds or whatever. And he states, even though they've gotten stronger since they started since he bought her pretty much, he still lets his guard down, which I think is kind of, well, not stupid, but foolish on his end. I'm like, look, dude. And as you get higher up in level, these monsters are gonna get kind of harder and harder to kill, and you should keep your guard up at all times, especially since you're the shield hero. Just saying, that's primarily your job, is to be on guard. It is what it is. I'm scooching over, but whatever. So, and this is when we see Raphtalia just like she grown. She grown. She, like, not only has her appearance changed, her personality has changed. Well, I mean, and honestly, I'm not complaining about it. It's just, I wasn't expecting to see such a drastic change. It's like, literally, we saw you this way last episode, and bam! It's like 6 years later or something. It's like, and I was looking for it. I almost rewound it in my reaction for it. I was like, did it say like 6 years later or something? So I was like, ain't the wave like in like a day or two or something, a month? I was like, she ain't grown that quick, but I'm gonna chalk it up to leveling up in evolution, and she's a demi-human. They probably mature faster, but probably age slower. I don't know. Who knows? I'll find out when I get the light novel on the manga of this too, but I'll do that after I get slime. But so after she kills the monster, that's when Naofumi is like, okay, it's time to get her some new gear. Because it's just time to get new gear. It's what you do when you play an MMO. You get gear, you use it up until it's garbage, or more garbage than it was when you bought it, and then you trade up for something new. Now, he did say it's time to get her new gear, but that don't mean that my man's balling. He's not balling like out of control. They still po. They so po they can't even fold the R in the word. Don't hate me for that joke. I heard it today at work, and I was like, I'm going to use that in a video somewhere, and I forgot. And then I remembered this episode came on today, so yay for me. And if I sound different, it's because my nose is stopped up, and I can't hardly breathe right now. I can now. Whew. So, I mean, they get new gear, but the thing about it is when they go get the new gear, they go to the same dude that Naofumi got the first set from. But this is where we clearly see the personality change in Raphtalia. So Naofumi's like, yep, it's time to get her new gear. And she's like, she's feisty now. She real feisty. She got feisty a few times in this episode, and I loved it, every bit of it. So she's like, don't worry about me. You need to worry about yourself, which I agree with. I mean, because the monster that attacked him and that she killed, it was a porcupine. A giant porcupine at that. And it ain't one small. Had spines the size of me out here. But she's like, you need to take care of me. And not you need to take care of me. You need to take care of yourself. I'm fine. And all that. And he's like, I don't know if she's just trying to really if she really cares for me, or if she's just being rude right now. I was like, she just cares for you, dog. We let her get away. She must be protected at all times. Men, draw your swords and protect her. But anywho, So, but that's when the shopkeep pretty much points out. He's like, you've grown a lot, and he's taking a liking to her. And Naofumi points out that he's like, it's like, I didn't know this town was really into lollies. And he's like, I understand little girls, but he was like, she's kind of grown, and he ain't paying no attention to it. But it works out in their favor because the shopkeep is taking to Raphtalia so much that he's giving them a discount on all the gear and stuff. Now this is where he gets the gear that we mostly see in the intro, I think. Let me know if that's not the case. I'll go rewatch it anyway because I like the song actually. It ain't the best, but I do like it. So where was I? Yeah. So after that, they get a discount, and they pretty much end up going to the cathedral for to see the dragon eyeglass, and it lets them know. Well, at the time of them seeing it, they had like 20 hours left before the wave started. So we jump forward in time. Actually, no, take that back. So after they look at it, and he's like, "Okay, we ain't got hardly no time. 20 hours go like that." We get reintroduced to the spear hero. I hate him so much. The sword hero and the bow hero. I really hate all of them. And I haven't read ahead in the light novel or the manga. I have heard that their characters get better over time. But until I read it or until I see it, they need to go fall in. No, they need to go fall in a spiked hole and just don't come out. And guess who else is there? The one that did your boy dirty. Mine. She is with the spear hero. I'm with him. I think those two set the whole thing up. But hopefully they bring it up in the anime, or if they don't, I know they'll bring it up in the light novel. They better bring it up in the light novel that they planted. I don't want to hear nothing else that they didn't plant it. But they're all still dicks. They're like, well, and actually the spear hero is just like everyone else. He takes liking to Raphtalia and all that. And Mine gets upset. She's like, "Why are you talking to, a filthy demi-human?" Now I know in the last review I said that, the country is pretty much segregated like demi-humans and normal people. Because, when Raphtalia was still very small, when they went into that restaurant, they still, they had a sign on there saying, "We don't serve demi-humans." And the only reason she was able to get food was because, she was with Naofumi. So that's that. If you weren't clear on that last episode, it's made abundantly clear, like right there. Humans and demi-humans, for the most part, don't get along, and they don't. Well, the humans don't like the demi-humans. We really haven't seen the standpoint of how the rest of the demi-humans feel, but I'm pretty sure it's a mutual feeling. So that let me know that, and I was like, can't go anywhere and nowadays with this stuff. And it just really shows that how ignorant and not prideful, I can't think of the word, but like definitely ignorant and closed-minded that the people are of this land. They treat demi-humans like garbage. They don't respect them at all. And it was just it made me upset seeing that, but it also made it 10 times worse because it's Mine. Because she on her own without the demi-human thing is a piece of garbage. Like I really hope she gets her comeuppance in this series as a whole. I really want it to be quicker. Actually, you know what? No, draw it out, so we can see it. So we can see it suffer, and then she gets crushed like an ant. I really don't like her. Like that is like a super. That is a super dick move to do to anybody under any circumstances. If they did it, yes, speak up about it. But if you know in your heart of hearts that they didn't do it, then why? It's like, that's not cool. I would have preferred you frame me from murder than that. Well, actually, don't frame me at all. Kids don't frame people. It ain't cool. Just don't do it. But they have that exchange. I'm like, just all of you need to die. Then we skip forward to the wave. The wave comes, and then it's they didn't say what level it is, but judging from the creatures, you can tell it's low level. It's a low level wave. All you see is giant hornets and zombies and all that. And skipping ahead, the boss monster is a chimera slash manticore. You know, whatever floats your boat on that. I like chimera. I like the name better. But so when the wave initially comes, Nafumi is trying to figure out, do I go with the rest of the people, like with the other heroes and fight, or do I go save the village? He ultimately goes to save the village, which to me shows a lot of character on him. Even though he still doesn't trust anybody and he's still jaded, for all understandable reasons, he still goes, helps out the village, which speaks more to me than anything else. Yeah, it's cool to go kill the monsters, but you're heroes. It's your job to keep people safe. You're not going to be able to save them all, unfortunately, but you save as many as you can, and that's exactly what Naofumi does. And mind you, while he's doing this, at first the villagers don't really respect him, at all. Nobody respects him, especially these villagers. You know, they treat him like dirt. But you know, as the fighting is going on, they start to come to their senses more. And you know, when he first gets there, he tells them he draws the enemy's attention and he runs away. They get out of there, and then later on, they come back. They're like, you know, we can't abandon our village, but we can't just leave you like that after after seeing you fighting so hard just to protect us. And I thought that was really dope, because I was like, finally showing him a little bit of dignity. Come on, man, because they've been doing my man just like dirty, like to the point where if it would make you think like some really bad thoughts if you weren't like really strong-willed and all that. So, and meanwhile, you know, while he's protecting the villagers, he was making Raphtalia get other villagers to safety and all that. And you know, and eventually they do link back up, and this is where we get the fighting scene of the episode, where the biggest part of it. It's him and Raphtalia fighting, and you can really see that they have gotten really good at fighting as one unit, because you know, in the last episode he told her, I defend, you attack. That's what happens, and that's what goes on. And he shows off some skills. Like, he showed off a new skill. It's called prison armor, or prison shield. It pretty much encases you like in a giant bubble. Well, it can be him or the target. He can project it outwards. And he also has the airstrike shield. And he says earlier in the beginning, he says in the beginning of the episode, he's acquired a whole bunch of other skills he can't even keep track of anymore. And I was really hoping to see a little bit more than what we got displayed. But you know, it's cool. The prison shield is dope. So you know, Raphtalia and Naofumi are, you know, they're holding their own. But you know, I mean, and you know, they're not low. I don't know what the level cap is in it, but you know, basing off 100, you know, Naofumi is level 19, and Raphtalia is level 22. And that's not low level, but it, you know, it ain't, you really ain't doing nothing special. You feel me? But that's fine. So, and at one point the royal guard comes to, well, they were supposed, you know how this goes. Royal Guard comes. Do you think they're gonna save the day? They don't really care nobody no way. They fire off like a fire spell. They do. It does a massive AOE attack. But Naofumi was right there in the crosshairs. They didn't care. They could have died. And this is where we get some. This was like one of the best moments of the episode for me. After after the knights come in, you know, all big and pompous and all that, like, yeah, we took him out, yeah, and you know, Naofumi is protecting himself and Raphtalia, because I forgot to mention she's there too. They're fighting as one, so he protects her, and he's like, they almost killed us, and Raphtalia does not take this kindly whatsoever, and this reminded me of all the followers that follow Rimuru and Slime, because you know, if you mess with him, they'll come at you guns blazing, they'll cut your head off. Raphtalia is the same way, same deal. She came at them and she tried to take the leaders, I guess the captain of the night squad, out. She gets blocked by his men, but the intent in her eyes said, I will kill you. And she's like, look, that's the shield hero. That is, she didn't say that's my master, but she's like, you will not disrespect him in my presence. She's like, I'm not gonna have it. And I was like, alrighty, I was happy, but also at the same time, I was like, slow your roll and all that. And then the knights proceed to talk, and they talk garbage. And then at that point, I was like, you know what? Nope, kill him. I'm cool with it. Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. But, you know, they tried to talk smart to Naofumi. Naofumi's main rebuttal was, you know, he's like, yeah, you know, you can do that. Or he's like, you know, I can sit back and just let you get killed. And next thing you know, a giant, well, not golem, but I mean, a giant zombie pops up behind the knights, and Naofumi saves them. I wish he didn't, but because had he not, they would have got their stuff wrecked, which would have made me happy. But I don't always get what I want in this world. Go figure. But yep, he saves them, of course. And then some of the knights take notice of this, that, you know, it seems like Naofumi's not the shield hero is not that bad of a guy. But, you know, the captain and all them, they're like, we're leaving. We're going to go fight the monsters with the other heroes. And I'm like, I'll hope you die on the way. Whatever. So, you know, but some of the knights stay behind and they help out. They assume a phalanx position. Very iconic battle position, wolf battle formation. If you never heard of it, look it up. But, you know, and then after that, you know, they fight out. The wave eventually ends because the sword, the spear, and the bow hero end up killing the boss monster, which was the Chimera / Manticore, whatever you want to call him. And like I said, it's cool because like it looks like the wave wasn't gonna stop until it looks like these waves keep going until you kill the boss. So, and it's good that you killed the boss. He obviously needed to die, or this won't end. But you neglect everybody that. One thing I got from this episode is that everybody that was there fighting, they're all glory hogs. Like they all want the credit for especially killing the big boss, but you just credit for anything. Like, oh, I was there, I helped, I killed this many, but you neglected the people. You neglected the people of this country, the ones you're supposed to be protecting and all that. So, like, I was like, yeah, it wasn't impressive. They tried to say it was easy, but I'm like, how was it easy when it took literally all three of you had to charge up either a special attack, ultimate, whatever it was in your arsenal, I don't care, to take down a Chimera. And they're like, it's easy. I'm like, that's not easy. If one of you did it on your own, that's easy. But whatever. But I'm like, and you know how it's going to go down. They're going to get all the credit while Naofumi is not going to get anything. So, but it speaks more volumes to me that he went to go save the townspeople. And I like at the end that the townspeople actually they actually show him some respect. They bow to him. They're like, you know, thank you for saving us. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to make it. And Naofumi, I guess, I don't know if he tries to play it off or he's like, yeah, whatever, you're just trying to butter me up. But he's like, no, he's like, you just got lucky. He's like, got nothing to do with me and all that. And then we get another cute scene with him and Raphtalia. Raphtalia's like, hey, we saved some people, right? And they did save people, but not to be honest, this happened. Soldiers and townspeople still died. They didn't save everyone. Like I said, you know, doing this line of work, you're not going to be able to save everyone. We all wish we could if you're in that line of work, which, you know, it doesn't work out that way sometimes. But she's like, we saved a lot of people, and he's like, yeah. And she's like, did we win? And he's kind of hesitant about it, but he does say like, yeah, we win, but you know, people still died, and it's just like, but he does comfort her, and she's like, you know, I helped some kids from becoming the way, you know, I am, and he's like, yeah, you did well, and I thought that was cute, and you know, it comforted her. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. And like the preview for the episode, actually it just says lullaby something, so I don't know what's gonna go on. I'm sure they'll show a preview for the next episode later in the week. But I mean, this episode was nice. I really enjoyed it. Nice action scene. It managed to invoke it. It invoked mostly rage, because I'm telling you, the way they treat Naofumi is horrendous. You shouldn't treat anybody like this, like at all. It's not cool. So I mean, like I said, they saved the day. Well, the other hero saved the day. Now now Fumi's not gonna get any credit, and if he does, they're gonna downplay it so hard that it's gonna seem like he did nothing. And I'm pretty sure it will. But now Fumi did kind of seem to kind of open up a bit to the townspeople and Raphtalia and all that. So I mean, that's how. So that's everything I want to talk about. So, do the stuff that I normally tell you to do: like, comment, subscribe. Definitely be on the lookout for an update video for the channel, because my reactions to pretty much everything that I've been reacting to has been getting shot down by YouTube. I don't know why, because I see other people upload the same thing and their videos are still there. Mine get blocked to the point where nobody but myself can watch them, and that irritates me. So I'm going to go into detail about that, explaining what I'm going to do and all that. But, with all that being said, it's your boy Fox.